Hey, what up, guys? This video go. So they did it for the Nookie. Happy Valentine's Day / like History Month. So for ado, I want to get some reviews for this week of Valentine's Day. My first one is Thor issue 5, I believe. Yeah, and it just continues the story of this female Thor. We still don't know who she is. The Thor before, the male Thor, is trying to figure out who she is and find out. And it just continues the story with that. Also, she gets to fight. They don't really do too much, but she kind of clashes with Absorbent Man and Tina, his girlfriend or wife now, I guess. So that's kind of cool. But fan of Thor in general. Continue reading it. It's a good read. The second one I got is the Valentine's Day special of one shot of Harley Quinn as Jim and Amanda said. Let's call them that because I can't pronounce the name. As I said on the DC network. Was that it's just a kind of missed story, you know, but that's kind of how our Harley Quinns are. They're not really like no real stories, it's all just wacky adventures and everything. And it is kind of cool to read, but there is really no real story. So if the thing go over it, if not, just pass it. I just continue it because sometimes it's good for like it's a comedy, really more like comical humor. So if you're in that comical humor, you need to read Harley Quinns are good. But it's just like she gets on a date with Bruce Wayne and just goofy stuff happen. The one issue it Rage is like how do you keep a Batmobile clean in a Batcave? Think about it. But so that's my comic picks from manga picks. We got Return of Vampire, season 2, volume 11, and it just continues. Titua's group fights all the branches of Fairy Tail, and there's a lot of battles in this. Really a lot of battles to pursue the story. The second one is Russian Vampire, season 2, issue 12. This is a really important. So much I want to talk about in this issue. I don't want to give away too much about it, but there's a lot of fights and battles, and it's just action packed from like head to go, rock and roll. Even like I was reading the story they kind of hit with Coco, and I was tearing up inside because like, man, I can relate to that. But this was a really good issue and a lot of stuff that's be surpassed. Out of the other thing, the one thing that besides take away from that was like, who the fuck is Jasmine? So that's it. But that's pretty much it for my picks. Valentine's Day. I want to do work. I was gonna get Skullgirls, but I'm short on funds, so hopefully I get that and review that sometime soon. I hope everyone's having a good Valentine's Day. I got my Valentine's Day playlist on my Facebook if you ever want to check it out, guys. But before I go, I know 2 weeks back, we had Super Bowl Sunday, and obviously Seattle lost. Now my grandpa was so frustrated. He wrote me this letter, and I feel I gotta read it for you guys because it kind of made me laugh. It says, "If it has taken a week of thinking and rethinking of how it was possible that Coach Carroll would ever call a passing play on a 2nd and goal, ball on the 1-yard line. Everyone in America on board knew that if you got 3 plays to run, and you are back-to-back champions for the first time since 2005, when the Patriots did it. On what planet had he been living on during the game after a spectacular catch putting the Seahawks on the 5-yard line? Running back Lynch put them on the 1. The 1-yard run 3 times in a row if needed, but old Pete decided to throw it slants inside. The one thing that the Seahawks could not do was to turn over the ball, an interception or a fumble. And even with that bonehead mistake, they still could have won if they had forced a fumble into the end zone. They passed the play. It was the worst call in Super Bowl history. At least Brady and the New England won't have come back next year to try for number 4 here, which took them 10 years, and 3 attempts to get. Seahawks are young, and over the next 10 years, can make it to 3 or 4 more. P.S. Don't count your chickens until they are out of their shells. Much more, my grandpa. That's all that's funny. I had to share it. Yeah. So this is Video Goat sign off. We're good Valentine's Day. Check out my playlist on Facebook. We'll do on the peace.